Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be ranking every single Mario Kart game. Now something about me is, well, I'm not really the biggest Mario fan in the world. But the one thing I do like out of Mario is the Mario Kart series. But in fact, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. That's basically the only thing I liked about Mario. Anyway, today we're going to be ranking every single Mario Kart game. I'm not going to be including the arcade games and the home circuit and the spin-off games because I don't think they count as real Mario Kart games. But other than that, everything is on the table. I'm also going to be excluding Tour because I consider that a spin-off game. Alright, without further ado, let's get into today's video. At the bottom of the list, we have Mario Kart 64. Mario Kart 64, in my opinion, is a horrible video game. I think it looks disgusting, the maps feel like absolutely nothing. Half the time you're just driving in a straight line like this. Nothing is going on. The game's soundtrack is also the game's sound mixing also barely works and you could barely hear the music in the back. Every single course has absolutely nothing going on. And this game, in my opinion, is horrible. Definitely deserves to be at the bottom of the list and has no reason to be played today. Mario Kart 64 sucks. The game has no fun courses, and every single course in this game is more fun to play in any other Mario Kart engine. There's no reason to go back to this game, and it's awful. Do not play Mario Kart 64, and I do not know why for so many years people really like this game. I like Mario Kart 64. I played it as a kid, and it's a fantastic game. Listen man, just because you played it as a kid doesn't mean it holds up today. If you look at it without your nostalgia glasses on, it's a horrible game. Now get out of here. And Nintendo 64 fans, really something else, am I right? Anyway, next on this list is going to be This game hasn't aged very well, similar to Mario Kart 64, but I do believe it is a much better game. Super Mario Kart is more fast-paced than Mario Kart 64, the music is fantastic, and it has one of my favorite rainbow roads.
I was thinking about it. This is like a little editor's note. This is my favorite rainbow road. Mario Kart SNES Rainbow Road is fire.
It has a lot more going on than Mario Kart 64, and it could still sometimes be fun to play, but a lot of it doesn't really hold up nowadays. The game being the OG starting the series is not going to affect the ranking at all. I'm only including gameplay and sound and visuals, and this game is also kind of ugly. Anyway, let's move on to the next game. The next game is Mario Kart Super Circuit on the Game Boy Advance.
Another little editor's note. I'm pretty sure this is the first video game I ever played in my entire life. So that's pretty cool.
This game is fire. I like this game a lot. But there is one thing I have to say. This game pretty much takes everything from Super Mario Kart and just makes it better. I'm not going to say it takes anything from 64 and makes it better, because Mario Kart 64 is a horrible game. Super Circuit has some really fun tracks, the backgrounds are absolutely beautiful, the music is fire, and it just has a lot to offer, especially for single player content. It's really fun to master, and it has every single Mario Kart Super track in it. So Mario Kart Super Circuit is a fire game, but compared to the rest of the series, it's not very good, unfortunately. Alright, the next game is going to be Mario Kart Wii. Mario Kart Wii is like the fan favorite of the Mario Kart games, and I could see why. It's like a lot of people played it when they were younger, but I never really got into it. I think the controls are nice and the inside drift is really cool, but I think if all the cars were inside drift, it would be a lot more fun. So there's not much variety with the vehicles there. Outside drift is still fun to play with, but not my favorite thing in the world. Also, I'm not letting mods affect these rankings at all. If this was allowed mods, this game would probably be at the top. But unfortunately, I'm not allowing mods in here. I'm just not really a fan of this game. I think it's very overrated, and I think people are going to realize that over time. But it does have some cool stuff in it, and it's definitely worth playing. I say every game from here on is worth playing. How dare you say Mario Kart Wii is a horrible game? No, I don't think it's a horrible game. I just don't really like it. It's still a good game. No, you put it low on the list. That means you hate it. No, I don't hate the game. It's fine. It's just my preference. But you hate the game. I don't hate the game. Yes, you do. Oh, you know what? Whatever. You win. Ugh. Anyway, Freddy was kind of upset. Let's move on to the next game, which is Mario Kart 7. Mario Kart 7 is a really good game. I think it's pretty much Mario Kart Wii, but better. It controls a lot nicer than Mario Kart Wii. It has a lot of cool new things like the glider mechanic, and it also allows you to customize your vehicle. Mario Kart 7 feels like just a more fleshed out version of Mario Kart Wii, and I think it's the better game. So that's the next game on this list. Alright, the next game on this list is Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 is pretty much better Mario Kart 7. It brings back the kart customization gimmick. It has so many courses, especially if you play the version on the Switch. There's a lot of characters to choose from, and it's just a very nice game to look at aesthetically. I still think it's the best looking game on the Switch, especially if you go to the Animal Crossing level. The graphics on that place are really nice. Anyway, moving on from that, Mario Kart 8 is still a really good game. I don't really have any issues with it. As I said, it's just a good Mario Kart game to sit down and play. Alright, for the number 2 spot, it's going to be Mario Kart DS. So Mario Kart DS is my second favorite for a couple of reasons. It doesn't have the customizable kart feature, but it does have a really cool variety of cars, and you could use them on every single character. You could use an excavator, which is one of my favorite cars to use, as well as a lot of different cars like a lawnmower. And I really like the way the weights affect the cars, as you could bump into people and they go flying. I also really like the track selection in this game and the way the game controls. The overall speed of this game is really fun as well as the mission mode, and being able to decorate your little emblem on your car is really cool. A lot of other Mario Kart games don't have a lot of the features in this game, and I find this one really fun, as if you don't have any friends to play with, this is one of the most fun ones to play by yourself. Alright, and at the number 1 spot, we have Mario Kart Double Dash. Mario Kart Double Dash is a really cool game. I remember when I played it for the first time a couple years ago, I was expecting it to be kind of mid, but then I actually played it, and it was really cool. The game is really fast-paced, and I like how the game is really fast-paced, and every single character has their own unique items. The game also has some fire courses like Sherbert Land, which allow you to go really fast and are really fun to control. I think also this game's art style and music style, and I like all the whistling in the game, it's fire. I think this game is really good and it's still worth playing, and it holds up. I also think the swapping mechanic is cool, as it makes it a lot more fun to play with more than one player. And I just think this game has a lot going for it. It has a good track selection as well. I really do like the soundtrack as well. I think Mario Kart Double Dash has everything from all the other Mario Kart games, but perfect, along with having unique items and being able to use unique combinations of characters. The game also has a fun amount of single player content and a pretty nice time trial mode. Anyway, that's just my list. Let me know what your list is in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.